Sometimes the hardest part is not the question. It's finding a place where asking feels safe. You don't have to be loud to belong here, friend. Watch from home. If you need to, watch with headphones. Ask something in the chat when you're ready, or just listen. We talk about pleasure, testing, kink, communication, and care because it's all part of real life. And when you're ready to take a step for your health, Project Vida's got your back. Get tested in person or request an at-home kit. No shame, no judgment, no performance. Just care, conversation, and community. Subscribe to Toy With Me Live on YouTube. Test, play, repeat.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Toy With Me, where we explore pleasure, connection, curiosity, and intimacy in all forms. I am your co-host, Madam Trixie. Toy With Me is an in-person and live stream broadcast where we talk kink, community, and connection with zero shame and a lot of sparkle.
Thank you kindly. I am your other co-host. Well, I guess I'm your co-host. Here at Toy With Me, we explore ways to spice up your sex life, whether it is when you're alone with a partner or maybe within a group.
Tonight's Pride Month edition is called From Secrecy to Self-Acceptance, where we're talking about the journeys that so many of us have taken to embrace our sexuality, our identities, our desires, our kinks, and our authentic selves.
I know that's right. For many LGBTQIAA plus people, self-acceptance didn't happen overnight. It came after years of questioning, hiding, learning, leaning, growing, and finding community. This is going to be a funny show because tonight we ain't got no guests. We are the guests.
Hey.
So?
All right. And while tonight is about pride, we also want to acknowledge that this episode falls during Father's Day weekend.
And Juneteenth too.
Yes.
So we'd like to recognize all father figures, biological, stepfathers, chosen fathers, grandfathers, trans fathers, queer fathers, mentors, guardians, and anyone who has shown up with love, guidance, and support.
Yes, thank you. Happy Father's Day to every person helping to raise, protect, and nurture others. We see you and we celebrate you.
Mm-hmm. So let's get right into it. So when we're thinking about, let's think about our own journey. What does self-acceptance mean to you today versus did 10 years ago? Madame?
I think I've always been a person that I accepted, who I am. I've been a person that was pretty open to exploration of who I am. I think now I may be more open to that exploration with other people, and where it's not just my own personal journey, but it's a experience that I can use for education as well as motivation for other people as well. So that, I really believe that you should have what you want, how you want, and how you like it. And sometimes you need a person who accepts themselves and their body and who they are just to kind of show you the way. So I think that it's more of not just my journey, but it's a community expression as well.
That's deep.
What about you?
Ooh, sweet baby Jesus, we ain't got enough time for me to talk about self-acceptance. I'm still learning to accept myself. I grew up that little boy who accepted who my family thought I should be. But maybe it's just the religious boy in me. When I thought about like, I felt like I was like Adam and Eve. Can't nobody see me naked. Can't nobody really see the real me. And so I would cover me. And I won't say the kink space has taught me, but it did teach me a lot. More than the Alphabet Mafia taught me. Because listen, it taught me just me now versus 10 years ago. I'll speak for when I first came into the kink community. My first IML. No, before I came into the kink community, I met this guy online, and he said he was kinky. He put handcuffs on me and a blindfold on me, and the handcuffs started to cut off my circulation. And so I'm going somewhere with this. For me, it was more so about I accepted the person who they said I should be versus who I felt like I am.
Wow. Yeah, I think that even in that understanding and acceptance piece, you also have to have room for the evolution of who you are, because who you were 5 minutes ago is not who is sitting here now. And the experiences you have with people, whether it's privately, kink space, church, library, anywhere.
Church house, outhouse.
I was watching that earlier.
See? Started.
Those leave room for you to learn how to every day find a way to accept who you are right in that moment. Okay. So why do you think so many LGBTQ plus people, and people in kink communities spend years feeling like they have to hide themselves? Like you kind of touched on.
Shame.
What?
It's really a matter of I can't speak from the standpoint of all kinksters, but I can speak from the standpoint of not just one who grew up in the religious community, but one who is a Black man, where we were taught, let's be shameful for who we are. Let's be shameful of how we look at sexuality. Listen, I didn't know my parents were ever naked. Ever.
Well, that's good. You didn't have to walk in on nobody experience.
Moving right along, because therapy is tomorrow. Therapy session is tomorrow. Yeah. Gotta love my Black therapist. So, what role does shame play in keeping? This is a good segue. Come on now.
Yes.
Come on, Ryder. What role does shame play in keeping people from fully embracing who they are? That
one.
Ryder, he good. Okay. That boy good. He real good.
Okay, shout out to the production team on the back house. So I definitely see the shame piece a lot of times with people who I work with, especially like.
What people are those?
People that who may come to me for either coaching through, sex education, or people who come to me for my cuddle experience.
You got a cuddle experience? What's a cuddle experience?
So a cuddle experience.
Do they be humping in the cuddle experience?
No. But like, I don't call it a cuddle party or a cuddle puddle. I hate I hate those names. But a cuddle experience, for me, it really allows people to explore non-sexual touch so that they can heal, as well as be open to accepting themselves, their partner. I've had people who in that experience talked about things that were around their bodies and learning how to communicate what they wanted. And even move through things like shame. Like a lot of times people will come in, they want to try something with their partners, but they don't talk about it, which to me is just crazy, because it's like, but how do you give someone, you know, a very vulnerable and intimate part of yourself, but you can't communicate what it is you want? And a lot of time that shame is, you know, the fear of being rejected or judged by the person they want to be with, and even the person that they want to become, right? Sometimes they're ashamed of that. Or you hear, you know, like I've seen all kind of crazy videos recently about people in what I do. So we having a FaceTime conversation with y'all watching. That's what's happening here. People being in different religions, and you will have the leader say things about what you should or should not do in the bedroom with your partner, your spouse, or, you know, you go into a certain place. I'm not trying to implicate any one particular religion, but I'm keeping out some words. But
well, I'm gonna say the words. The problem is, and I'm talking to you out there, y'all read only a third of the Bible, but don't believe in the Bible. The Bible says,
what the Bible say?
The Bible say that the married bed is undefiled. So if your spouse want to get on their knees and suck dick, let them suck the dick.
Okay, because how you gonna get to that procreation and all of that you're supposed to? You got to get aroused.
Listen, there's a process. There is a process. I think, and to that goes back to flip side. I was just having a conversation with someone today at church, and the shame also comes from what you've been taught and what you unintentionally been taught.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, they've been taught, okay, it's shameful by your dress.
Oh my goodness.
So listen, you want her to wear a skirt down to her ankles, the skirt still can come up, just like my kilt comes up every now and then.
You know, that made me even think about people who, you know, if you are more developed or more curvy, you know, it don't matter what I put on. If I went in the house of the Lord, baby, I got hips and ass and breast. These things they're gonna show. And if you see me and something happens to you, that's your business if you get aroused. This is not, don't shame my body.
So since we're gonna go there, let's also talk about I was built like a grown man at 17. Mm-hmm. I was 6 foot, 210 pounds, bench press 250, squatted 550.
Okay, big boy. That's a big boy.
But one day I went to church, not modestly dressed. I had a muscle shirt on. Mm-hmm. And I stopped. The shame came in because I had one of the sisters at the church who's supposed to be married was staring, and brother, redacted name, oh my goodness, look at what you got on. First of all, even if I was of age, I wouldn't fuck you. You ain't. Anywho,
you're not finna try to sacrifice me to your liturgy. Get up out of here. Somebody said that to me in a church at a young age, and I just remember being like, what the hell? Anywho,
but I think that is those things that we don't think about, like when we're talking about, especially with this being Father's Day, when we're talking about loving on people and training and teaching people and coaching people, we also need to be prepared and to step up when someone is when we see someone saying the wrong things or not doing the right thing. If you see somebody saying things that they would say to one of us when we were younger,
Yeah. Correction.
Yeah. Listen.
And we don't have to had that now, or pull the person to the side later. Well, you should not be doing. No, they said something to me that was not the best. Correct that grown person right then and there. Even now with other grown people, because we do a lot of that, shaming people and inflicting that on and projecting our own stuff. So yeah, that makes me think about what's something that, knowing that we've had people try to shame us, or you may have, your own for liking something, feeling whatever the blank. What's something that helped you become very comfortable in your own skin?
Can you answer this first and then come back to, look, as they say, come back to me.
So one of the things that my mother, as a little girl, always said, and she still says this now to all of us, they talked about Jesus Christ and killed him. So what makes you any different, right? She kind of, she kind of started us with that understanding. And I remember, as a kid, there would be, like, I remember being at the bus stop and, I got 6 sisters and 3 brothers, right? But I remember, people.
Come on, gang. That's a little gang right there.
Right. But I remember people trying to, tease me about my weight. And I used to be like, okay, I'm fat, but you ugly. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do nothing about that. I could get myself together. And I think for me, my mother, she did not shy away from just having healthy conversations about my own body with me. And I think things like seeing my parents, how they treated each other. I learned some things around how even, partners will treat each other, which made me then know, okay, this is how I will feel or can feel about my own body, and what I expect for someone else to do with me and my body. And I want to say also my mother, again, she would have these conversations that sometimes would make me want to run out the room like, girl, don't talk to me about this. But it helped me. It really helped me just to be comfortable in my skin. I had to pay attention to my skin and my body. I didn't have moments of like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of, I didn't have any body dysmorphia about myself. I was very clear that I am thick and that's what it is. Now, I can be a smaller, thick girl. I can, right now, I'm at my full thicky thick. That's what I have to fight people off with a stick. Like, get away. But I think those were things that helped me be comfortable in my own skin. And hell, just I knew I didn't worry about liking what other people liked. I just wanted to like what I liked.
That's deep. And I say it jokingly, but for me, if we're gonna keep it real, I'm gonna keep it real.
Come on.
a couple of years ago, I was diagnosed with being bipolar 2. For me, legendary is a whole different person than my government. Legendary is more confident. Cheshire and his partner Voodoo, when I first met them in like 2017, when they would make things for me, they would make me look in the mirror. I felt like I was too ugly to look at me.
Not all that fine black chocolate. Let me see if something rub off on me.
But that was then. So now legendary looks in the mirror. But I had to come up with a whole different personality. So I always say that legendary is what happens if Prince Hakeem came to the leather world.
Oh, okay.
So I try to walk confident. I try to walk kingly and princely, royal wise. And so that's the bigger thing that made me become a little more comfortable in my skin is my whole persona and personality had to change.
Yeah, you know, when you say that, that makes me think of something that I tell people to do is, you know, we are complete people. We are not broken, right? And sometimes you got to Sankofa for that. You got to go
What's
back.
a Sankofa?
Go back and fetch. Go back and fetch the pieces of yourself that you thought were lost, and even the lies of, I lost this part of myself. No, you might have just put it away for a moment, or it wasn't relevant. You know, Trixie does not need to be in existence in places where I am, you know, if I do mean new. She don't need to be, but I can have the same type of command. And I tell people, you know, like, name different parts of yourself. Name the different personas of yourself and understand that, you know, all parts of you are complete, even though there's the many pieces. It's not that they're broken. You know, it just helps you be able to identify who you are, and it helps you identify when, you know, who you may see when you're talking to me might not be the name that I introduce myself. You might be seeing something else. And by me knowing myself, I can pay attention to, oh, this is why they treat me this way, because this is who they see. So, yeah.
So I like to play. I was getting ready to say something different. It might be that kind of show, and we talk about self-acceptance. I was getting ready to say, I like to play with myself, but we was going to say, I like to play a game right now.
That's a game. That's a game.
It is a game. It's a wonderful game.
Yes.
Praise Black Jesus. Okay. So we're going to play this and that.
5 pounds, 4 ounces in the manger. That's a different one now. Remember, that's the parts. That's the pieces. The one that was gone for 40 days and 40 nights is not the same as 5 pounds, 4 ounces in the manger with frankincense and myrrh.
Listen.
Okay, go ahead.
So we're going about our audience in person, and we want y'all to raise your hands. Hey, y'all, you right there, sitting in the back, watching us. I want y'all to put your answers in the chat.
Yes. So we have no wrong answers tonight. Just tell us which one fits you best. And then we can kind of discuss that, right? So this or that is your options. So this coming out or that being discovered?
Being discovered for me.
Okay.
And you said we're gonna come back. I'm gonna be right there when we come back.
Yes. Okay. This first Pride event or that first LGBTQ relationship?
Neither.
Okay. This chosen family or that family of origin.
BOFF.
What is BOFF?
Both of them.
Both of them. Both of them. Okay.
Mhm.
I like both of them. This quiet confidence or that loud pride. I'm going to say both of them. Because if I'm silent when I come into a space, honey, it's so loud.
Mm-mm.
Yes, it is.
For you.
It's going to come.
Mm-mm.
It's going to come and tap your shoulder like, who? What is that?
No, if I'm loud, I'm probably done had too many spirits in me. Jack done met Henny.
Okay. This romance or that adventure.
Romance me, baby.
I like both. A good adventure, like, yeah, a good adventure that'll get me. That'll get me. There's romance in there that can happen too. This deep conversation or that playful flirting. You said both of them. I like both of them. It's nothing like that good playful flirting and that banter. If a man can keep up and do that, then that's like great. He got my attention. But if he is,
because the way my neuro is, I will miss the flirting. Case in point, I was at IML and I went to our dance, and I had a man who was tickling my palm with his finger and was flirting, and I was like, it was nice to meet you. I was shaking his hand like, oh, okay. I didn't know he was flirting.
I miss the flirt often. That's why I'm like, you got to say what you saying.
This is why I need deep conversation, because if you got deep enough conversation, I understand when you flirt.
I don't always. I need you to open up your mouth, okay? Because
that's the real thing that I want them to do.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Ashe. I do want them to open up their mouth for real.
Amen.
Okay.
So moving right along.
This community event or that one-on-one connection.
I think because we're both community, we don't like to use the term, but community, I don't want to say influencer, but leaders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
I love one-on-one connection.
You said activate.
You got
activation.
Oh Lord. leaving your spot on the set, the backdrop with your activator. Okay. I think I love a one-on-one connection, but also on the other side of a thing, like that community event and how I will see that person care for the community and do their shit. That's like, look at him, okay, out here doing the work. That might get me to pay attention to you. This learning about yourself or that teaching others.
Well, I mean, we're doing this damn show, so we like both.
I like both, yeah. This fantasy exploration or that real life exploration.
I'm an only child.
I'm not laughing at your parents' decisions in life.
Listen, my mama tried. I was the rainbow.
Oh.
There was 4 who didn't make it before me.
Okay.
So because I have all the conversations with the people in my head.
Okay.
I like real life interaction.
Yeah, I like real life interactions and exploration. I think fantasy is boring because I'm like, well, why don't you make it happen? So I'm back at real life exploration. This looking back or that looking forward.
Mm-hmm. That's the answer. And I'm gonna speak for us.
Okay.
Um, this just is Sankofa.
That's it.
The Sankofa bird. And what is the Sankofa bird?
What it means? Go back and fetch. Go back and fetch, the parts of yourself throughout your life, your history, your ancestry, your everything. Go back and fetch you. Go get you. Yeah, and bring it forward. Bring it forward into the present so that it also will affect you in your future. So yeah.
We're gonna slide down the line a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw one out for you. So this is Pride Month. My question to you was, what does being an ally actually look like beyond wearing a rainbow during Pride Month?
So first of all, I was about to say I would not be wearing no damn rainbow, but then I'm looking at my vest. It look real rainbow-esque, right? So can't say that. But I think, my parents, truthfully, they never taught us. They didn't teach me how to hate people. Like I may have disliked people that were not treating human beings well. So I have always had an attitude of, well, I don't give a damn. And not because of I don't give a damn about people and invalidating them. I feel like, you deserve the same things that I deserve. And so for me, being an ally looks like, doing things like this show. Number one, being a person that, like my work as a full spectrum doula and reproductive justice activist, I do work with trans dads who want to have babies and know that, yes, you can have a child, and supporting them in the psychological aspects of that, the physical aspect of that. When I was in college, I had a club called One with Self. And I didn't think about, like when it came to meetings and actually having support for that club, no one wanted to be a part of it. However, everybody wanted to show up to my events. My events were the ones that was like, we had a campus lobby, like just lit. And I will never forget, it was a guy who, I don't know, it was a creepy white man that was like preying on him. And I had never heard the term ally before. And I remember that I did not like how the man was like a predator talking to the guy. And my club had an event at the same time as, I forgot the name of it, but we'll just say
The Mother Peoples.
Yes. And I just remember seeing him being very uncomfortable. And I just went and stood up to him, because a black mama, a black person, a black woman, she everybody mama. And it was one of those like, if you don't get the hell from over here messing with this person, and they were like, you're an ally. And, it became a big thing. And I'm like, what the hell is an ally? And I'm like, oh, just doing the right thing as a human? That's what an ally looked like to me. I didn't, I don't, even now, I'm just like, I wish we would change even our wording. Like, make it normal that you do human shit for people, like.
Well, we're talking about self-acceptance, right?
Yes.
So if we're going to talk about self-acceptance, what the real issue is this. How can we talk about self-acceptance and people doing right shit for right humans when these motherfuckers don't even accept themselves or do for themselves? Baby, how what that girl say? RuPaul, how you gonna how you gonna love me when you don't love yourself, or whatever she said. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
The problem is people just don't even love themselves.
Yeah.
So how you gonna accept yourself? How you gonna accept somebody else?
Yeah. And I think that's what, I guess, to say what an ally looks like is I love myself so I can love you, as well.
And I will also say, I come from a very religious family.
Mm-hmm.
My father used to pastor
Mm-hmm.
for 35 years. But one of the conversations that I told someone, they was like, "Well, how your daddy a pastor, but you suck dick?"
The same way you do.
So
Oh.
my conversation was this: my father believes in the Bible,
Mm-hmm.
and he teaches sin is sin.
Mm-hmm.
The other day he said his issue isn't homophobia. His issue isn't homophobia because he's not scared of homosexuals.
Mm-hmm.
He just don't agree with what they agree with,
Mm-hmm.
the way that they think.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the way that I'm able to accept him
Mm-hmm.
and his ways, because he feel like, look, I don't agree with you, but I also don't agree with people who ain't married, but y'all having babies.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all living together and you ain't married.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that was the way that I'm able to accept
Mm-hmm.
that you may not be, and I said it at IML when I was a contestant. They might not be able to accept what I do behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
But when I had major surgery and needed somebody to stuff my galls in my ass, y'all wouldn't do it.
Hey, because what I do know is that when you just said that, it made me think about also what an ally looks like is the same as my parents didn't teach me hate. I didn't teach my sons that. Like they're a little more vocal about certain things, and they will
wonder
get
why.
Yes, they will get real pissed off about you messing with people being themselves. Like you're not gonna be alone if they're in the room. You're not gonna go through having to accept yourself. And for me, when I think about even what are the benefits of me being an ally, I did my work where I would call people into my classes and workshops. I wasn't going to places to do these things. I'm like, no, you want this work, come to me. But it was me being, and my work being held so safely in the queer spaces. Like that was my community. And like, they were allies to me actually, because I don't think people think about the other thing that happens where I did experience this. There was a group of women that were like, well, we don't like, I was cool to discuss me having classes there until they found out that I was a straight woman. Now I am the dirtiest thing ever. And it was my queer communities that was like, all right, well, we're all going to pull our classes from your space. So it's mutual. I know that was so much.
You ain't lying. But let's keep it moving before time is not on our side.
Okay.
Let's move down a little further, because I think we need to get ready for his movie time. We're going to get commercial coming up real soon. So we're going to go on down because, madam, it's time for Pride.
Okay.
We're going to moving on down.
Okay.
So it's as we celebrate Pride, We also celebrate sexual wellness. Project Vida offers free confidential HIV STI testing that can be done right from your home. Now, come on, watch this video so you can learn how.
If you've been in the dark room or dungeon, you know what grown folks play looks like. You know that pleasure is built on communication, that a boundary is not a wall, it's the beginning of trust, that the people who respect your boundaries are the people worth playing with. Toy With Me Live doesn't shy away from that conversation. We get into it. Sometimes it's just a tip, but we can always go deeper. Every third Sunday, Project Vida brings together people who get it. Experienced, curious, partnered, single, all of it. You already know why you're here. So get tested, in person or at home. Pull up, subscribe, stay and play. Because grown folks have fun and handle their health. Toy With Me, live, every third Sunday. Test, play, repeat.
Yes, 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 yes. So knowing your status is a powerful form of self-care, and everyone who participates in the testing, you will receive a free toy box filled with products to support your pleasure and your wellness. So always remember, test, play, and repeat. So for tonight's demo, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to have our host, Legendary, and his guest, Cheshire. They're going to talk about touch, massage, and then we're going to tap into a little exercise that we're calling writing your own story. So when we get to that part, those of you that's in the audience and those of you online can put your responses in the chat as you discuss writing what your own story is. So, Legendary?
All right. I'm always turned on, babe. And so is my mic. Can you hear me now? Yeah. Wonderful. So, as Madam said, I am Legendary, and I guess I feel like I'm Will Smith talking in third person. But this is Cheshire. Cheshire is not only a good friend of mine and club brother, but he is a part of my extended chosen family. And one of the things we were talking about was just physical touch. So as being a man who loves a man, thank you kindly. I'm a man who loves a man, and then sometimes when it comes to not just those of us who are SGL, but just in general, we only will touch ourselves or each other when it comes to the boudoir. But we are going to do a little, we ain't gonna be long, ain't no freaky dicky coming on, because that's just who I am, how I speak. But when it comes to people in general, we need to take time out to love on one another and love on ourselves. So Cheshire will tell you he loves to be touched on. Not only does he love to physically be touched on, but also naturally, he will emotionally touch on people. So one of the things that he has done for me is he will rub me on my back if I'm having a bad day. He'll playfully touch his partner just to make him feel good. But another thing that we do, just in general, is we don't take time enough to not just physically, but emotionally massage someone. And so a lot of times we don't do things, deep breathing. And here's the other thing, as a person of color, and deep down inside, I'm old. I'm Big Mama, it's cold outside. we ain't got no grease. You better go get the Crisco and put it on your lips. Oh.
Okay, what you say? You about to graze them up?
I'm about to graze them up. But like a lot of things we also don't think about is being, I guess you would call it, make sure we're doing self-affirmations to one another. Mm-hmm. So as you all heard me, and if you didn't hear me, I'm making sure that he is good, that I'm feeling his breath. Mm-hmm. And I said breath, not breast, but I'm feeling his breath. If he start having issues where he is not breathing correctly, I stop. And it's in what we have to fail to realize, especially being a man, is that even men who enjoy women, a lot of times we only touch and feel on one another when it's time to, I ain't gonna say it no other way, till it's time to bust a nut.
Yeah, that's a part of, the self-care, the self-affirming part of things is you have to touch yourself. Like, how would you know if you have even let's say a lump in your breast or your chest? How would you know, hey, there's a bump on your testicles? It's you doing some exploration and just touching yourself to see what's happening there. And even knowing what feels good for yourself. And even, naturally people know how to do these things. If your stomach is hurting, you're more than likely going to just put your hands there and touch and hold yourself to comfort yourself. And Legendary is doing, touch. And even though he's the toucher, but to be able to express, I want to be touched, is also a way that you can affirm yourself.
And we also always talk about consent. And so it's also understanding the nonverbals. So if in the moment that Cheshire is, and I will say it as someone who has had, as they tell the kids, bad touches, if I'm caressing him and touching him a certain way and he is triggered, it is okay to stop.
Mm-hmm. And even listening to them and following also the cues of the person, their breathing. Are they, rolling their head back and forth? Are their eyes closed? Are you noticing them being less tense? Cheshire is clearly relaxed because his arms are dropped down to the side now. Chest is open. That means I'm able to receive what is happening to me in this moment. Also, even you as the person who are administering this way to affirm the person, moving in slow movements and steadiness. It's really good for that person to connect with themselves. So thank you, Legendary. And thank you, Cheshire. So I want to move into the next part of this and ask you, Cheshire, and those of you in the audience, as well as those of you that are online, from sitting there and receiving, some affirmation, your own spirit, body, soul being affirmed through touch, what is a message that, you would your younger self write to yourself to learn about your authenticity, or even a letter of self-acceptance? What would be something you would say? Because some people aren't even open enough to even receive touch, and they need further ways to affirm themselves, or have someone support them. So what's something that you would say?
Basically, for me, I would tell my younger self that different life experiences are going to throw different things at you, and just to be open and accepting to those experiences, and that those experiences will also make you a stronger person as well.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. We appreciate you for being here. So I think for myself, what is something that I would say to my younger self around self-acceptance? No one gets to tell me who I am. No one gets to tell me how I should be or what are the things that I like. And I think what I would say to myself is always be true. Be true to you. And don't try to put a filter because you don't look like, sound like, or desire what everyone else says you should. So, Legendary, what about you?
That is a good question. Something I would tell my younger self is you'll be in spaces where you'll have to host a party. And what I mean by host a party is that you'll have to be in some spaces where you'll have to love on people who don't feel love. And so whenever I'm at a function, I tell people this is just like you came to my house party. You hungry? I ain't got a whole lot of, you come to a bar night we have. I ain't got no real money, but we could have a cup of water together. You all right?
Hey.
Let me find it. You sweating too much, baby. Let me get you a napkin. And so I've learned that sometimes it's good to host a party. We're gonna move right along.
Yes.
I think we have a reminder that we want to move to a quick reminder. Madam, I think you got a reminder to tell us because we gotta get the time is on our side.
Yes. So, quick reminder that, again, taking care of your health is a part of taking care of yourself. So, free at home HIV and STI testing is available through Project Vida.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And so, visit the link in the chat or on your screen to learn more.
Yes. Have you gotten your test yet? Have you gotten your test yet? So now it's time for just the tip.
Or we can go deeper, baby. I like to go deep.
Tonight's tip is give yourself permission to evolve. The person you were 5 years ago doesn't have to be the person you are today. You don't owe anyone permanence.
You are allowed to grow, change, explore, learn, and redefine yourself. Self-acceptance isn't a destination, it's a practice.
Now, that was just a tip, but we can go deeper. And As we prepare to wrap up, I want to invite our in-person audience to raise your hand, and those that are online to drop your questions or comments in the chat.
Are there any?
Do we have any questions out there?
Is there one? Is there one? Well, if there is not one, before we wrap up, Madam, what's one thing you've accepted about yourself that you're proud of today?
Yeah, so I think that when it comes to just myself, as this probably took a lot more to actually understand and accept about myself, because I didn't have a model for this. And for me, it was my understanding of who I am as just a spirit, right? Like, we're all human, but understanding who I am as a spiritual person and my spiritual gifts. I think it took a while, not necessarily just to like self accept it, but just understand, like, listen, everybody is not getting ready to see what I can see. And that does not mean that I have to then make what I saw a lie because you didn't see what I saw. So I think that that's something that I'm very proud of today as it pertains to myself and my journey, being able to see things and also have some solutions to support, if it's involving seeing something for someone else and there's a need. And I'm very proud of that I'm a resourceful person. So even if I'm not the person to do the thing, I have community that I can share. Yep. So we have a question in the audience?
Yes, we do have a question from the audience. As we are upon Pride season, the question is, why is it important to have, we have Chicago Pride, then there's Black Pride, Latinx Pride. What is the intention or the reason for that? Isn't it all the same?
Hell no. And I was talking to someone about this earlier. My all right, I see that look you giving me. Just say it, fool. My issue that I have is I have a lot of associates who, as the kids I used to work with, are vanilla people. As a cisgender Caucasian, as a cisgender white man, it's not as the same level as someone who dealt with issues from civil rights. You might have been a homosexual, but you still, you were not like Ruby. You could still go to the school.
Yeah.
You might have been a homosexual, but you wasn't handcuffed because you were in the front of the bus and not the back of the bus. Mm-hmm. You might have been a homosexual, but you weren't treated a certain way because your family lived, worked the fields and all of that. Not just also your family was brown and worked the fields. Mm-hmm. I could change that, my size, but I can never change that I'm Black. Mm-hmm. As much as when I was younger, I tried to wash the Black away, but that's a horse of a different color. Mm-hmm. That's my issue, why sometimes people feel more empowered around others than they do themselves.
Mm-hmm. I think too, even just understanding that, when you are, and I don't care what what environment, what the celebration is, what you are more liberated with people who look like you, who share the same struggles as you, the same um, um, ancestry as you in a very particular way. And so it just to me makes so much more sense to, yes, being able to celebrate who you are with your community. That's really important. You know, it also equals a particular type of safety
Mm.
that is tied to what's in our DNA, right?
Mhm.
So I think that's why it's important to have. I don't know. It even looks different when I've seen like different prides, and it just feels a little wild in them spaces. Even just as a person that's an ally being present, it's like, this don't feel safe sometimes. So that is just me, even in relation to, myself in even kink spaces.
Mhm.
I am not safe in certain people's kink spaces, and I'm just not going to pretend. And this is just my story. So it's not yucking anybody else's yum who wants to be in those spaces. I just don't feel safe as for me as a Black woman in those spaces. And I'm okay with that.
Mhm. I mean, um, we getting ready to get to the church announcements
Okay, we
in
got
a
the
second.
church announcements coming up.
But you just made me remember that there are certain people that I would play with, but that's it.
Mhm.
And there's certain play you can't do.
Yes.
hmm So we running past time. Um, Good conversation. I'm so glad we had this time together. But before we close, here's what's coming up. You know what? It's Pride Month. It's Chicago time. Ain't no city like the one I live in.
Okay.
This coming up Sunday, the streets are going to be full of peoples, street to street peoples. So they're going to show. So whether you showed up, who made it, who decided to give their whole selves to take up space. Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. So we want you to join Project Vida in thousands and hundreds of people for the Chicago Gay Pride Parade. Um, as we celebrate Pride with our full chest. Put your chest out. Celebrate it. It's an amazing accomplishment of bravery, beauty, diversity, resilience of the alphabet community. There's going to be booths and everything. So then, once you are on the north side, y'all come on to the south side.
South
The,
side?
the best side, not the west side, the best side.
Ooh, now don't start no stuff.
Chicago Urban Pride. It's going to be Sunday. Now, once you go straight down the street from the Obama Library on Sunday, June 28th, go down to the Park of the Jackson and come to check out the food, live entertainment, and more.
Yes, yes. So thank you for that announcement.
Announcement.
Yes. So tomorrow, Monday, June 22nd, and every Monday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., NBS hosts its weekly meal prep Mondays, led by the award-winning Chef Blake. Call us to reserve your space at 773-277-2291. Your attendance is completely free.
I keep telling everybody that's my favorite F word. Further, MBS is known for as Mind, Body, and Soul Health and Wellness Circle. Brings free mental, spiritual, and physical wellness services for Black, gay, bisexual, and same gender loving men. Join us for free fitness, dance, yoga, and cooking classes, as well as acupuncture and massage therapy, 6 days a week. Even Jesus rested.
That's right.
For more information about all and any of these events, just call us here at Project Vida, 773-277-2291 to register. Remember, MBS also does massages on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Link Up Chicago has its twice monthly drop-ins for Black, same gender loving men. You can join us every second Saturday at New Covenant Church on 77th and Cottage Grove at our sober space. Link Up Sanctuary and every fourth Saturday for our harm reduction space. Link Up Lounge at the center on Cottage Grove, located at 6323 South Cottage Grove. Both are from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. For more information, call or text us at 844-942-LINK. That's 844-942-5465.
And don't forget, if you're here in person, remember you can get tested for the free at Project Vida. Walk-ins are accepted Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. If you want that beautiful toy box delivered, sign up for your free HIV test. Call with your results, and it's on the way. Test, play, repeat. What?
Test, play, repeat. So, coming Wednesday, July 8th, I am going to be hosting from 6 to 8 p.m. A fundraiser for the BKA weekend for Black Kink Freedom. This is going to be at the House of Omi, right? And we're going to have all of the panelists and all of the instructors. We're going to have amazing food. We're going to have some special vendors with some special activities. So if you want to purchase your ticket for this fundraiser, the donations start at $10 and you can go anywhere up to $100. So for more information, check us out on the website on the screen.
Thank you kindly. So we want to just say thank you all for spending part of your Pride Month with us.
Yes. And thank you for spending also today, your Father's Day, with us if you've been watching. And whether you're fully out, still exploring, questioning, or simply learning more about yourself, you belong here.
Mm-hmm. Hold on one second. I forgot something. Okay. I got one more announcement. Let me see if I can read off my Palm Pilot.
Okay.
I am sorry, everyone. However, there is a very important announcement we would like to make. We're going to take a quick moment to celebrate our very own Madame Trixette. She taking another trip around the world, trip around the life on, what is it? June 24th on Wednesday. Yes. Come on hump day. Now, if you ever spent 5 minutes with Madame Trixie, she brings her whole self, her whole heart, her whole soul, her wisdom, her beauty, her everything. She has a way of making y'all feel like you've been seen, you've been welcomed, you've been celebrated, you've been loved, because she is love. She is grand. And I wouldn't say that what I tell y'all in front of your face, I said that behind her back. Her soul blesses the world and it blesses nations. She is all that bag of chips and 2 quarters. And on behalf of the entire Toy With Me family, on behalf of this little black boy, we just want to say thank you for sharing your life, sharing your love, sharing your soul with us. We are blessed with you, and we wouldn't know what to do without you.
Oh.
So show some love for Madam Trixie.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We don't own the rights to that.
Oh.
Stevie do. But once again,
Thank you.
we just want to say Happy Father's Day to all the father figures, dads, stepdads, chosen dads, queer dads, trans dads, all y'all. Thank you for the love, support, and what you bring to people's lives.
Yes, yes, yes. This has been Toy With Me, from secrecy to self-acceptance. And I want to thank you for co-hosting our, this feel like our FaceTime Toy With Me Live.
That's what it is.
Thanks to the team.
We also want to thank Cheshire for spending time on the Book of Faces, as my auntie would say.
Yes, thank you. And thank you to our amazing production team. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for all of the very special, lovely upgrades that make Madam smile.
And until next time, stay proud.
Stay authentic.
And stay exactly who you are. Be who you are. We'll see y'all next month.
Thank you.